Stackers dancing, don't ask why. Recycle rockets block the sky. Stars are linked, girlfriends, AI. His hearts go out to you and I. And all the Cybertrucks will fry. Turns out he packed this orange guy. Flamethrower feeds the Falcon thrust. Now we're all breathing Elon's mud. Named a spit capture code. He's building tunnels under roads. Neural lace in every skull. The woke mind virus, time to go. AI and his rays are young. To meme or not, you know which one. He tweets a thought, the markets cry. Gaming feats, now that's a lie. Optimus knows kung fu trust. We all ascend through Elon's thrust. Cities home on Martian shores. Robo bros do all the chores. Tunnels hum like sacred veins. Human dreams and solar chains. He's late again, but time's a myth. He bought the moon and exits glyph. The richest clown, the rocket's cuss. What's that smell? It's Elon's Musk. Cat girls code in zero G. They worship memes religiously. The sky's a grid of Starlink threads. GPUs crammed in our heads. He has a vision, man, really cooks. Brock, imagine how sick this looks. It's looking like the budget's toast. The Epstein files are just a ghost. That old non-profit closed. AI leaving Elon high and dry. He sold his house but bought the sun for 20 trillion. Starships run enough to fight the Zuckerberg, Sam Altman and his Ghibli horde. So go get chipped, it's just a plus. If Elon said we surely must. Now breed, you fools, or we'll all die. Just salute and let the tism fly. The sky for Kardashev, we gotta try. It smells just like first principles, with politics that push and pulls before we reach the human dust. Come take a whiff of Elon's musk. Stackers dancing, don't ask why. Recycle rockets block the sky. Stars are linked, girlfriends, AI. His hearts go out to you and I.
Yeah! Fuck! Fuck! Fuckity fuck. Okay, I'm sorry for being a little late. Okay, I'm sorry. Cause right as I was about to hit the, the other clip, the go to solo mode and everything like that, I had this whole strategy. I was in Discord just chatting a little bit with the guys. Static ends up bringing up fucking viewership data again, and because people on the fucking X and on the internet and the media, they don't know how to track fucking viewership data, and they keep trying to do this whole thing of, oh my god, look at how successful Bad Bunny was with the viewership data. One, we don't actually have the full viewership data out yet for fucking Super Bowl 60, so quit trying to say that shit. We only have approximate data and approximate viewer points right now. It is ranging, and we'll get deeper into this, but it's ranging at about 130 to 140 million people watched the Super Bowl last night, okay? That is our maths. That is how much we had. In order to figure out how many people actually tuned in solely for Bad Bunny, you would have to watch the graph in real time throughout the entirety of the Super Bowl. Take note of how it progresses that entire period of time. And then while Bad Bunny is singing and doing its stupid shit, okay, when Bad Bunny's doing his schlock, you have to track how many people started tuning in during this moment. Okay? You need that number. And then how you could end up figuring out how many people tuned in just for Bad Bunny is you take that number that was right there, okay, that number from when he was doing his performance, and then finish out the Super Bowl, subtract that number from all the rest of the total, you end up figuring out how many people solely tuned in for Bad Bunny. And I'm going to tell you right now, from the early prediction and the early data we're getting, probably a couple thousand. Legitimately. We'll get into this data, okay? We'll get into all this. And I'm sorry for already starting off on this rant, but blame Static! It's all Static's fault that this is already in my head. That I'm already here. And I hate this shit, okay? I hate how people don't understand the basics of fucking viewership data. And we're gonna be talking about it. Oh, we're gonna be talking about it because people are fucking retarded. They just are. Viewership data is... It takes some time to get used to, okay? Trust me, it takes a little bit of time and a little bit of effort and a little bit of understanding on how to actually track viewership data and what all this data means. But there's so much to the Super Bowl data that you could just bare bones understand to get to the point of, hey, it really wasn't that good. And then moving fucking backwards, you take into account TPUSA's data as of right now, they did something that no other program has done before, and NFL has gotta be terrified right now. They have to be terrified. But anyways, we'll get into all that. Again, that was me ranting. Okay, we'll get into the topic here real soon. But anyways, welcome back to another Chaturday night, where I am sober, even though I'm ranting and yelling like I'm already drunk. We got some stuff to talk about. We got Super Bowl Bad Bunny performance, and the viewership data, and how TPUSA totally crushed them. If you actually know the bare minimums of viewership data, you would know that TPUSA crushed it. Crushed them, simple enough. This isn't rocket science, but a lot of people try to make it out to be rocket science when simple data analysis. You just look at the numbers and you start understanding some stuff, and you also have to remember, real quick, remember, the Super Bowl is the biggest broadcast show on American media, or in American media. All other broadcasters been down before it and changed their schedules based on it. Because everybody knows what's gonna get the views. So if you have something come out here that gets 6 million fucking views on a live stream during that period of time, yeah, that's fucking phenomenal and groundbreaking. If that's the third largest live stream in YouTube history, that should make you be shitting bricks. But we'll get into it. Don't you worry. Oh my God. We also got more Emiru news. Yes, we're going to keep talking about Emiru because, guys, we have proof as to why you never, ever bend the knee. Don't bend the knee, you'll be okay. If you bend the knee, guess what? It's never fucking enough for these people. It's never enough. And we'll talk about it, okay? We will talk about it and we will discuss it. And we also got some other stuff, you know. I guess Star Wars is now a beer company. Yeah. And we got some Star Trek news because I found an interview between 3 of the people actually in the show and their actual opinions on Star Trek. And let me be very clear here. It's the usual DEI slop and a bunch of bullshit. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about that. Are we getting a PlayStation State of Play on February 12th? I believe we are. I will not be streaming it because it usually comes out while I'm at work. That's pretty much it. If I am not at work at that time period, I'll come home and I'll stream it, even though I have no real care in the world for a State of Play. I don't. I don't play PlayStation. I usually have to follow through with their, like, 1-year mandates in order to actually play any of the games they actually have. So, yeah. Not really something for me to deal with. So, yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll look into that. Oh, what else did I had some other stuff. Oh yeah, you know what? Why don't we start with a primer? And this is gonna be something that everybody's gonna be talking about for a little while, cause it's gonna be affecting a lot of content creators. This is gonna be affecting dozens of streamers across the board, and this is like I see the potential benefit behind it. Don't get me wrong. I see the benefit behind it. But I don't want to participate in it. I will go somewhere completely different because we had an announcement today from Discord. Discord will age restrict accounts by default unless users verify their age via face scan or ID. I have the article here from Discord. Discord is preparing to roll out new Teen by Default program worldwide in March, introducing updated safety settings and age assurance systems for all users on the platform. According to Discord, the update is intended to automatically give users an age-appropriate experience with limits on sensitive content, communication tools, and access to restricted spaces unless an account is verified as belonging to an adult. The change will apply to both new and existing accounts through a phased rollout beginning in early March, expanding protections that were previously tested in select regions. This is terrifying for me. One, there is a legitimate benefit here, don't get me wrong, especially because of all the pedos that utilize Discord. And there are some areas that, well, let's be real clear here. A lot of minors get into Discords they shouldn't be involved in. And mods don't take care of it. The people that run the Discords don't take care of it. And they see things they shouldn't be seeing. So yeah, you could see the overall idea, but I don't really want to give Discord access to a photo ID of me or a facial scan of me. Mainly because this happened last October. ID photos of 70,000 users may have been leaked, Discord says. Yeah, they got hacked just last October. 9th of October, 2025. Just last October. They got hacked. And people's user data was stolen. So do you really want to trust this platform that's been hacked multiple times? A lot of data constantly leaks out from it. Do you really want to trust this platform with your ID or your face scan? Do you really want to think that through? Now, I'm already on this point of, hey, I'm gonna be watching, okay? I'm not leaving Discord yet. I'm gonna wait and see, because I want to know what it is that we are actually going to be receiving from the platform and what's the kind of thing that they're planning out here. Because let me be very clear here. YouTube put out their own age verification stuff how long ago? And when it came to YouTube's own age verification, it really wasn't the end of the world. Like, it wasn't something to be like, oh my god, this is so awful and terrible, blah, blah, blah. No, actually, it was for the most part, just pretty simple. And considering I get paid via YouTube and content like that, I actually already had my ID and info in YouTube. So, yeah, it's there already. Didn't really care. If and this is the big if because I pay for Discord, I don't have to do that, I'll probably keep using Discord. Because I pay for Nitro, and if they give me the ability to basically use Discord without the restrictions because I pay for it, I'll just keep using it. By the way, shout out Dom H! How are you doing, buddy? Oh, I missed you so much, Dom. I missed you, my little buddy. How you been doing, buddy? How are you? Did you make that bet last night? I don't remember. All right. All I know is Dom is uber patriot. He is a good patriot. He's a good person. I enjoy him so much, and I miss being able to stream with him and hang out with him. He's gone. He doesn't love me anymore. He doesn't watch Ballbusters. He barely watches me. Why don't you love me? I'm sorry I'm not static. Okay? Sorry. Sorry I'm not Weasel, and I don't play World of Warships with you. Your $4,000 World of Warships machine. Sorry, Dom. Age verification. Enter a date that makes you over 18. 21 is some places. Yeah. So like honest, here's the thing. That's kind of how their age verification system has been working. And I am aware that some Discords run a age verification system as well to make sure that you are like the same age that you are. I was just talking with you last night. No, you weren't, Dom. You don't love me. I was drunk. Shut up. No, anyways, I know some Discords run like their own personalized version of age verification. And it is relatively the same style. It's more or less you have to send in a picture of your face with an ID. And that's terrifying in and of itself that you're giving these random people your ID. Like, that is scary. It just is. So, yeah, I would suggest not giving out your ID like that. Digital IDs is what some nations are pushing hard again. Yeah, a lot of people want a digital ID. I know a lot of people freak out about like the real ID here in the States, but it's not really that big of a deal. Like Kansas forced us to get a real ID. It is what it is, but digital ID, a lot of people want it. And there are some benefits to it, but I think the downsides is just so terrifying. I think the downside to this idea that all these platforms can just get your ID and it can be all over the place is scary to me. So yeah, I would advise against doing that. If you were to go away from Discord, where would you go? See, that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know what else to use right now. What is there? Gilded got bought out by Roblox and basically was destroyed. I know TeamSpeak is dunking on Discord right now. How's Teams? I'm looking into TeamSpeak. TeamSpeak. We might be able to utilize features that speak for themselves. So here, I'm looking at this thing right now, TeamSpeak. Okay. It might be TeamSpeak that we go to. Might be. That's a big might. Because the thing is, like right now, like TeamSpeak could be really cool to use. Don't know how it's gonna work out. Overwatch League, all this stuff. I don't know what their restrictions are going to be. I don't know what their censorship stuff is. And where's everybody else going to go? Like, take Beardo, for example. I'm just using him as an example here. Is he going to be leaving Discord? Is X-Wing going to be leaving Discord? Or is everybody who's out there right now saying, we're leaving Discord, we're leaving Discord, we're leaving Discord? Are you really going to leave Discord, or are we just going to keep utilizing Discord? Because a lot of people constantly say that they're going to be leaving Discord. What a lot of people are really doing right now is probably what I'm going to be doing and waiting and seeing. Because let's say you get up and just leave, and then nothing changes. Are you going to come back? Are you going to have to make your Discord all over again? Pay for the features all over again? Or are you just going to stay there? Like, what is this going to be about? And again, if Nitro is practically exempt from it, like, because I pay for Nitro, I pay. Fuck you. I might have to do some changes on my Discord, but yeah, I pay. I pay. So I'd be good. I'd be good. Anyways, I also want to do a shout out, because I do need to do like a proper, hey, we did this, you know, but I'm in my little area. I do need to do like a proper one of these. I finally made it to 3,000 subs, which is fucking insane, because I've been working on this now for, it feels like 2 years. I think I've been working on trying to get to 3,000 subs for 2 years. So it is fucking awesome to finally be at 3,000 subs. All of you guys in chat, you're freaking amazing. I love each and every last one of you. But what really helped me put me over the edge was things like Sky Bros, Starfleet, and some VTuber drama. That's what really helped me get over the edge. So I'm super fucking hyped, and I'm loving it up right now. I need to get back into planning some shit. This was a crazy weekend where I was not doing what I should be doing. I need to plan out my Hot Ones challenge, because I had Beardo say that he was interested in it, and I need to get some taxes done. But hopefully maybe next month we have our 3K celebration. Maybe that's when we do it around my birthday. Heard a rumor that Emiru bent the knee. Is that true? So why don't we actually start with that before we get into the the Super Bowl? Why don't we actually start with this topic? Because Emiru over the weekend had this clip starting to go viral. Now, it was pretty obvious that it was a partially edited clip. I'll play it. I'll probably have to edit out the audio again, because she's playing freaking Daft Punk or whatever in the clip. But Emiru had this to say on stream.
On ice? Like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get.
Did I start this? Did I?
On ice? Like, there's
Okay, thoughts on ice.
a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to like say their opinions on like important topics. I get that, right? But it's like, if you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to like get off the internet. Like,
and I agree with that. And I'm not trying to actually push this, because again, she does have Daft Punk playing in the background, and I'll have to edit audio and everything on the back end. But she came out with this statement, and a lot of people freaked the fuck out on her, even though what she said is facts. Let's be real here. Let's be real here, okay? If you need somebody who doesn't talk politics to come out here and echo your personal opinions on the current day thing, whether that be Black Lives Matter, defund police, free Palestine, we stand with Ukraine, all the stuff, you know, all the slogans that we've been getting over the past several years, decades even. If you need your streamer to do that in order for you to enjoy them, you do need to go outside and touch grass. But you had retards like Kaio over here go like, approaching your 30s and not knowing anything about politics when you're living in the country currently being affected by current events involving ICE is embarrassing. Not really that embarrassing. But then you had Denims out here saying racist chud and constantly attacking her as this unqualified person that should be out there learning and educating her chat, even if she is unqualified on current day politics. Well, this leads to what Emiru put out on Sunday, which is more akin to, well, bending the knee. And we'll read through this real quick, because I disagree with why she's doing this. I don't think this is a smart idea, because you can never apologize to these people. You can never try to even make any sort of common ground with them. These people don't like you. Period. End of discussion. We got some proof as to why Doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what Phase Connect does. It doesn't matter what Cha-Cha did. It doesn't matter what any of these people end up doing. To the mob, they don't care. It's never enough. But here's Emiru and her statement. Hello, it's very rare I will speak my mind, but I'd rather get my thoughts out there, so apologies if this is long. There is a clip from my stream that's being circulated a lot, so I'd like to explain it for anyone who was hurt or shocked by it. Nobody was hurt, nobody was shocked, it's just a bunch of freaking angry losers. When the clip starts, I was responding to a mod asking a question that included the word ice. I'm not someone who normally comments on or gives my opinions on serious World War topics, so it didn't really click to me that they were referring to the agency. You can see in the clip when I say thoughts on ice ? There is an instant cut afterwards that makes it seem like I'm responding directly to that question, which I'm not. To clarify, since this has gotten a lot of people speculating about my real thoughts, it should go without saying no one deserves to live their life in fear of being killed or taken away from their homes or families, regardless of who is doing it, but especially not because of ICE or any other government agency. Understand the world is very cruel and messed up place. You don't have to study politics or actively read the news to know that. I would never want to invalidate anyone who struggles with those things, and an agency like causing fear and suffering deserves zero support. To me, that's not even political, it's basic human empathy, which, yeah, I disagree entirely, but she continues. I never made comments on stream about ICE in the first place. That was a dishonest and intentionally maliciously clipped post. It's a very common thing that clip accounts do to streamers, and it's becoming more and more common. But it should go without saying, no one should have to live in fear or suffer because of who they are or where they're from. This is something that always been important to me. I just tend to try to focus on my creative stuff around games and cosplays rather than try to take up room in an environment already populated by misinformation and hatred. You know what? It's fair. It's a fair thing to say. I'm disagreeing with her overall point. I don't think she should actually have made this apology. I think it's a bad idea to apologize to these people at all. They're not going to accept you. They're never going to like you, and they already think that you're a bad person. So, yeah, they won't like you no matter what. Additionally, I thought I might as well bring this up now. It's a very traumatic and personal topic, so that is why I avoid talking about it. I will never be friends with anybody who abuses anyone, assaults people, or consumes content that enables the abuse of children. I've always been a creator who is friends or on good terms with basically everybody. Streamers in Texas, in LA, in different bubbles, and this has unfortunately included some bad actors. A lot of people have questioned how these bad actors found their way into my circle, but it is certainly not because I'm okay with vile behavior, not abuse, not sexual assault, nor pedo. These guys did their best to hide their behavior, not only from me, but from everyone around us as long as they possibly could. As serious allegations or evidence came out, I always immediately dropped them and vowed to never make content with them again. Basically, everyone in Austin did the same. These incidents, multiple of them of course, were something the streamer community here talked about extensively and affected all of us a lot. Obviously, she's going down into a whole other route right now. We kind of get the gist. She's now starting to talk about everybody else, like the Mizkiff stuff and everything like that. But ultimately, the more important thing is ICE. Her stance right now is practically I don't like ICE. That's what it is. It's F ICE, for lack of a better term. And she's only doing this now because of people like Denim's coming out here and saying she's a racist chud. Kaio coming out here and attacking her, and Denim's again, and so many other people were just constantly making fun of her and going after her. And you can even see it in the quote tweets right now. We got comments right here. This is what happens when you don't say his name. They'll use it as a way to deny it. Grow a spite and say his name. Emiru commenting on the Tectone stuff. But we got more of them right here. Tectone, who lost a sexual assault lawsuit. Yeah. Don't really give a shit. Where's a good one? Oh, right here. Does she think the internet is stupid and can't watch her mods logs? Well, I mean, you can take a good long look at the mods logs, but okay. I'm sure all the guys that don't care about streamers' politics is going to ignore this instead of being upset that she caved to the mob. Also, a question that included a word ice is egregious. Technically true, I suppose. Apolitical people are the most untrustworthy of people you'll ever meet. Fence sitters only going to one side if it starts affecting you. Pretty much claiming it was about ice cubes after video of her saying if you go to streamers for politics, you're cooked. I mean, you kind of are, but you're getting the gist here. Even though she made this entire statement, went down on 2 different rabbit holes of thought processes, it doesn't matter. It's never mattered. To these people, the moment you, air quotes, bend the knee, the moment you make any sort of comment, statement, or whatever in their favor after they have been harassing you, dragging you, and already calling you all these words, it won't change the facts that they've already had it in their mind that, well, Emmy, you're a racist chud. That's what they're going to continue doing. That's how they're going to continue pushing this, because they don't care. They've never cared. The thing is, they want a scalp. They want life ruination. They want you to bend the knee, and then they're going to have you keep bending the knee more and more and more, because that's all they care about. You aren't allowed to be apolitical around these people. You must be with them or they will destroy you. And if you're with them, all it takes is you stepping out of line one time for them to continue destroying you. And that brings us to, well, Denims again, because Denims came out, decided to comment on what Emiru said. Well, why don't we see what Denims had to say on the Emiru comments, shall we? Why don't we see what she had to say?
Like, I think the big question in everyone's mind is, well, are you still friends with Asmongold? And people try to deflect that and say, oh, wait, oh, so everyone that you're ever friends with now needs to be disavowed? Well, listen, man. When the people that you're friends with repeatedly go on the same harassment campaigns that you are experiencing a fraction of, and they're consistently saying all this horrible shit about the people getting killed by ICE, all the horrible shit, condoning and encouraging all the horrible shit that ICE is doing. Like, yeah, I would hope so. Because this isn't like, listen, who's a good example? Let me think of a good example. One sec. Let me cook. You know who has said and done some questionable things?
Hassan.
NMP. You know who I wouldn't ask people to disavow? NMP.
Why?
Because he doesn't use his platform predominantly for spreading harassment against random people who don't deserve it. And
you mean things that you do, things that Hassan's done, things that Frogan has done. You're seeing the gist here. I can keep playing this clip. It's already proof that it's never enough with these losers. Now that Emiru has come out here and, for lack of a better term, denounced ICE, they're already demanding that you disavow Asmongold, call out Asmongold, destroy Asmongold. It's never enough for these people. It's never enough. You must do what they say. They made you bend the knee once. Are you going to do it again? Are you going to keep doing it? Because now they want you to just go against one of your best friends. Go against somebody who's been with you for a long time and has always been by your side. They now want you to disavow him. And they're going to keep wanting you to do stuff. They're going to keep wanting you to participate. They're going to keep wanting you to go with this. And if you don't go with it, they'll harass you. They'll stalk you. They'll do life ruination on you. And they won't stop that until you bend again. That is what they do. That is what the mob does. That is what the brown shirts are doing right now. They will never be happy until they have everybody in the same group think as them. And even then they'll be unhappy, because if you step out of line just one little second, they'll try to destroy you. You got Kirscher right here. No statement will ever be enough when these people can't do real damage to people like Asmon, who are immune to canceling, or like me, who defend myself. They will go after soft targets who are more likely to capitulate in a panic or a futile attempt to get the mob to stop. This succeeds in giving the mob power to do the same thing to others, removing potential support avenues to others after you that the mob attacks someone who stick their heads up for someone else under fire after they already surrendered, isolating those willing to stand up to the mob by painting them as some kind of terrible person who must be disavowed and disassociated with. Be part of the solution instead. Reject the fear tactics. Stop giving in to the demands or deranged leftist ideologues. Stand up for yourself, and by doing so, you protect yourself, you protect others, and you make them lose a bit of power each time. That is what you should be doing. And I get why Emiru would probably be terrified right now. Again, she has I believe she still has her sponsors with Red Bull. She has a lot of very powerful sponsors that fund her, give her money. That's how she gets her life done. Emiru is not a controversial content creator. She's not. She's a pretty girl, does cosplay, plays games, does girly stuff. That's Emiru. But it's never enough for these people. It's never. And I have this from Triggered, but I mainly pulled it up because of what Shuon Head says here, and I thought it was relevant. Emiru bent the knee to the people who hate her. Why do people keep doing this? And we got Shu here. And I think it's relevant. As much as we want them to stand up, as much as we want them to fight back, you got to realize, what is their tactics? We see part of it. What's the stuff that goes on behind the scenes? Honestly, people don't realize how insane it can get. God damn it. Grammar, everybody. Spell check. They get in your head, isolate you from bad friends, make you feel like a terrible person for having milquetoast normal people opinions, or in this case, no public opinion. I immediately regretted every single time I bent the knee to escape harassment. I don't blame Emiru. They are demonic freaks, and that's the fact. They'll do whatever they can to get you to bend the knee. They'll attack you relentlessly. They'll destroy you. They'll go after your sponsors. They'll do everything. I mean, take a look at fucking Rev. Went after a sponsor. Hey, take a look at what they did to Jelly just a little while ago. They fought so hard that FaZe Connect bent the knee and threw Jelly under the bus. The people that survive this are always stronger and better off for it. It's always going to happen. But you see what they do when they get a scalp. They got Rev's scalp. They just moved on to the next. They got another scalp. They moved on to the next. And it's going to keep happening until people all together just tell them to kick rocks and suck your fat one. I wish Emiru didn't bend the knee. I don't blame her for it, all in all. But it's sad to see. And guess what? Again, it will never be enough because they're always going to want more. But hey, sucks to suck right now. Sucks to suck. They're not going to stop. And it's also one of the reasons why you're starting to see Asmongold say, fuck it, we're going to war. Because Asmongold is close friends with Emiru. He actually likes Emiru as a friend. He's been defending her. He was like, hey, you know what? It's not cool what you guys are doing to my friend right now. She's not a very openly political individual. It's not cool to act this way. It's not cool to do this. How about if we stop? She's not a controversial figure. And it just kept going and going and going. I firmly believe that I doubt she's going to come out here and deny disavow Asmongold. I highly doubt she'll do that because they're still so close together. They're really close friends. I also don't think that her tweet that she put out there was actually about Tectone. I don't. But they want her to openly disavow Tectone now. They want her to openly disavow Asmongold. They want her to disavow everybody that they tell her to disavow. And they're going to keep doing it. Because you bent the knee once. You can't bend the knee to these people. You can't apologize to these people. You can't give them an inch. Because the moment you give them an inch, even a fraction of an inch, they're going to go to the next galaxy over. They're going to go so far and start demanding you basically bend the hell over and lube it up yourself. As we come in with a 12-foot strap on. And that thing's going right up your asshole. Don't know how it's going to get up there, but it's going right up your asshole. Just a matter of time. Anyways, there was that. Hope you have enjoyed that graphical little depiction I put into your head. I hope you love it. Because I enjoyed it. Now, if you don't mind, let's see what's going. What is this? What is this? Apologize to the mob won't stop. Fuck you! Apologizing to the mob won't stop them. It will encourage them to make more. Never apologize if you did no wrong. Fuck you! Listen, I fully understand that Tectone right now is going through some shit. Major allegations are being made against him. What I do have to point out again is it was a civil court. It was a civil case. It is not the same thing as criminal. There is still no evidence of him doing any sort of, for lack of a better term, grape. There is no evidence of that. And if you try to say that there is evidence, you're wrong. And you're stupid. There's zero evidence that anything like that has actually happened. But there is some bad things. Like, I'm not going to come out here and defend Tectone through and through. It does look like he also fucked up. Went too far with some stuff. You live and you learn. And at the same time, the other bitch is crazy. She's hot as fuck, but crazy. Crazy. But let me I'm checking something. Here, do you know what? I need to check something. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I'm here. Don't worry, Chatty. I'm here for you. I'll always be here for you, Chatty. Just want to double check something and see. Yeah, nothing. Not a thing. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I was seeing if there was an email. I was just seeing. Sorry, I was looking at my shoulders just now. I had some nice shoulders. They could be bigger. But I got some nice shoulders. At least I don't look like the fucking King of Ohio dude. Cyrax, who has zero shoulders. It just looks like a worm. Just looks like he folds in up on himself. Especially when he's diddling kids. What? I've never said anything. I'm a good boy. Anyways, why don't we here. I haven't I'm gonna try something. Give me a second, guys. I want to see how this works. It's probably a bad idea what I'm about to do. This is some behind the scenes stuff. I'm curious. I'm curious what's going to happen. I'm going to, because, okay, I'm going to fully admit to this real quick. I have seen people edit videos while they're live. And I'm curious how my thing would end up, like, handling that. Emiru bends the the knee. I'm just curious how, what would my computer do? There's a chance that it's going to explode. Okay, there's a chance. But why don't we see this real quick? It's probably a stupid idea to see this, but it's at least worthwhile. Hey, and guess what? At least my door has not fallen down on me yet. So I also got that. I also got that. I got that my door has not fallen down on me just yet. Okay, I just want to notice this because I've seen some content creators and large streamers do this. And I'm curious what it would end up doing to my PC if I do this fast. -4. Like when I edit clips together, all I do is I throw in the intro, throw in the outro, clip up a little bit of the beginning and end, send it on out to deliver, edit some of the audio a little bit, and then just off to the races. So we are going to see... God damn it, I need to update my DaVinci, don't I? That's why it's acting so weird. Here, while I'm doing that, I'll also load up... What do you guys want to talk... Wait, what is this? Oh, I don't even want to deal with that. I don't even want to deal with that. There's a fuck... I'm so sick and tired of the viewbot wars that are going on. To the mob. Let's go that. Pins to the mob. Because there's a bunch of people on so many different platforms now that are just constantly yelling and screaming at each other. You viewbot! You viewbot! You viewbot! And it's so fucking annoying. You got fucking Mizkif fighting with Aiden Ross, and you got Ice Poseidon jumping into the mix, all while at the exact same time you're having other people get all involved, and it's like, why are we doing this shit? Anyways, let's load up another let's load up another topic. Who wants to talk some viewership data? Who wants to talk viewership data? Or, okay, we can either talk viewership data, or Star Wars. I'm going to do viewership data because I think this is a bigger topic right now. And I think it is relevant to say the least because we had the Super Bowl over the weekend. Guys, yes, Super Bowl 60 happened on Sunday and yesterday. Everybody saw it. Seahawks won. It was a blowout, really. The Patriots didn't really succeed at all. It was a boring game through and through. I didn't have money on the Seahawks, but if I was gonna bet, I'm gonna go on the Seahawks because they were just good. I ran their defense during my fantasy league this year. It was just a superior defense. It was gonna happen. But there is massive controversy still with this year's Super Bowl, and it's actually kind of stupid. I'm gonna be real honest with you. This controversy is stupid. And it's mainly because people are being dishonest when it comes to numbers. Now, what is this all about? Well, it's a halftime show, guys. Bad Bunny, the guy who everybody keeps thinking is the Catch Me Outside girl, and who's never once heard a single one of his songs. Like, nobody in America has actually ever really heard of this guy outside of, like, hardcore musicians and people that pay attention to, like, the Grammys. Nobody really knows him. You don't know what his songs are because he refuses to sing anything in English. He only does Spanish, and there's reasons for that I have strong qualms with, predominantly because you're an American. English is our national language. Donald Trump even signed an executive order, so get over it. Anyways, though, we did end up seeing all sorts of controversy. Trump came out and said stuff, and people have been making a big deal over the viewership number. Now, when it comes to the actual viewership data for the Super Bowl, we won't know the actual definitive data for another week or so. It's kind of how this stuff works. But we have some approximate information right now on what actually was the overall viewership of the Super Bowl. And a lot of people want to say, well, this is all because of Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny had all these numbers. This is Bad Bunny's night. Yeah. No, this is the Super Bowl's night. And anybody who says this is Bad Bunny's numbers is intellectually wrong with you, is lying, and isn't telling you the truth, because these are the usual Super Bowl numbers that we're seeing on an approximate level. As of right now, we're leaning in an area between 125 to 127.7 million. Some estimates are putting it upwards of about 130 to maybe low 140s. That is kind of where we are sitting at right now when it comes to the overall Super Bowl 60 viewership numbers. Again, these are approximate data points. These are approximate metrics right now. And a lot of people are making a big deal out of this, predominantly because of Bad Bunny. They want to make it look like Bad Bunny was super successful and everybody tuned in for Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny. Well, I hate to break it to you people. Super Bowl 2000 the halftime, no wait, no. Well, I hate to break it to you people. Last year's Super Bowl numbers, the 2025 Super Bowl numbers were about in the same area, more or less. Yeah, it was about 127.7 million viewers for last year. Again, we're looking at about 130 million, somewhere in that area. I think that's a fair number to actually say, 130 million for Super Bowl 60. So yes, you do see a massive jump up in overall viewership for the game itself, not the halftime performance. And even when you take a look at 2024, yeah, about 123.7 million. So again, it's kind of on track. Nothing really is changing when it comes to the overall viewership and the overall makeup of the whole thing. Like, these are the numbers right now. And even if I say that it is the 130 million viewership data that I'm putting out there, it actually could easily end up being that the overall viewership is about 127, if not 130, which would just be a small incremental increase overall for the overall viewership. And hey, it's better than 2023. It is better than 2023 when it was at 114 million viewers across America. And here's another aspect to this that people need to take into account. When it comes to these viewership data, when it comes to all this, the Super Bowl in America is primetime. It is the show. It is the thing that everybody's going to come in, take a look at, react to. All the bars are going to be on to this. All the sports betting is going to be on this. Everybody has their eyes on the Super Bowl. And the reason for that is it is the big show. It is the big game. It is the thing that everybody in America comes together to watch. It is quintessential Americana. And it's why a lot of broadcasters and content creators decide to either take the day off or reschedule around this show. You won't see a whole lot of primetime movies or TV shows coming out on the same day as the Super Bowl. They'll actually do their best to rearrange it like they did for Knights of the Seven Kingdoms, which instead of coming out on Sunday, they decided to release it early on Max the previous Friday. Why, ye say? Because they knew nobody was really going to be watching it when it came out on HBO. People were going to be watching the Super Bowl. They weren't going to be watching this. Everybody knows these time slots. They know it like the back of their hands. They know where people are going to be viewing this stuff. Which then brings us over to the other aspect of all this. That yes, Super Bowl might have gotten about 130 million viewers. Most other people don't get anywhere near that. Except one crew did. TPUSA. TPUSA did a live stream. A 15-minute live stream. Granted, it was pre-recorded, and it was their all-American halftime show. That show rolled in 6.17 million concurrent viewers on just one of their overall broadcast. Because again, they had it on relatively 3 different channels, if not 4. Charlie Kirk, TPUSA, Rumble, and I don't know how many areas they had on Rumble. So that's at least 3 to 4 different channels were running the exact same broadcast at that period of time. And only one of them got up to 6.17 million total views, which is a record-breaking amount of views, well, nearly record-making amount of views on YouTube, being the third largest stream ever in YouTube history. And that's massive. Okay, that's massive. The other streams were about 6.18. I believe there was one that did get up there to like 8 million live concurrent viewership. Numbers like this are insane. You don't see these numbers normally on the same night as the Super Bowl because, again, everybody else is moving away. They don't want to impede the Super Bowl. They know where all eyes are going to be at. The sole fact that you have a live stream making it to the third largest live stream in YouTube history on the same night as the Super Bowl, massive. That's a massive accomplishment. And the thing is, when you actually start taking deeper and deeper looks into some of the numbers, it gets worse. It gets worse. Because we could come down here, I know I have Jack Posobiec's thing, but #1 US live stream and YouTube history, #1 American event and YouTube history, #1 English language live stream and YouTube history. I do believe the other two that actually were up on that list, all of them were Spanish, if not Japanese speaking. And these numbers are insane. Like these numbers, you're seeing things that potentially could be over 25 million people actually viewed all together to actually watch this content here, watch this halftime performance. And we can come over here to even Daily Mail, where we end up having Andrew Kolvitz actual remarks on this. And I believe it was somewhere around here. Right here. At the end of the show, camera zoomed out for Kid Rock, yada, 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 Charlie Kirk. And a statement earlier in the week, Kid Rock, no. In a statement to Fox News TPUSA spokesman Andrew Kolvitz said, the All-American Halftime Show is an opportunity for all Americans to enjoy a halftime show with no agenda other than to celebrate faith, family, and freedom. We can't wait to watch the incredible show they're about to put on. We know millions around the country will be watching too. Bad Bunny received a huge backlash, yada, yada, yada. I don't know who he is, Trump told Newsmax. This we already know. At the end of the day, the sole fact of the matter that anything got 6 million views on Super Bowl Sunday that wasn't the Super Bowl, that's an accomplishment unlike any other. That's an accomplishment that no other broadcaster would ever think to do. That is a shot across the bow. That is a milestone for anybody out there. And for anybody that's actually going to be honest with you and actually intellectually honest with you. I can sit here and say, you know what? Bad Bunny had a performance. It looked dumb. I tried to listen to it. I couldn't. I walked away, went into another room where they had a large group of people watching the TPUSA event. So let that sink in as well. Similar to the Super Bowl, other people also had a lot of people watching the TPUSA event. A lot of people tune into the Super Bowl. It's on all these different channels. People are watching it at bars and stuff. Large groups of people. Same thing happened to the TPUSA event. The amount of people that saw this event on the same night as the Super Bowl is massive, and it's going to terrify the mainstream media. You can come out here and try to say all day and night that Bad Bunny rocked and did so much better than Kid Rock. Fact of the matter is, numbers that we're getting right now, baseline data sets, TPUSA crushed it. Crushed Bad Bunny, crushed everything that we're seeing, and set records that you should have never been able to set on that night. Let that sink in. Nobody else tries to run content this massive on the same night as the Super Bowl. TPUSA did and got millions upon millions of views. Things are changing, and I like to see where TPUSA is going. But hey, guess what, Super Bowl? You play a stupid game, you're going to win a stupid prize. I can keep going down this whole path of why people wanted to reject Bad Bunny as well. Like, it's not really that ridiculous to figure out. It's not. I just wanted to talk about the data because the data is so interesting to me. Like, I even tweeted it out. I tweeted it out. Let me pull up my tweet. Did pretty good for me, actually. my tweet. Where is it? I tweeted it out earlier in the day. Where is it? Right here. The 2026 viewership for the Super Bowl are ranging between 120 to 130 million. The the 2025 Super Bowl averaged slightly lower than that at about 125 million, 127. I was a couple million off. Realizing that, Bad Bunny really didn't have a groundbreaking viewership, and the majority of people were watching the game. Mind you, most broadcasters also don't show other big ticket shows at the same time as the Super Bowl and choose to either release a show earlier or later. So if a broadcast happens at the exact same time as the Super Bowl reaches plus 6 million views, then that is a bigger statement than people are realized, because it is. It's a massive statement. Fucking Knights of the Seven Kingdom decided to air earlier. Think about that. That's primetime content right now. Getting loads of reviews. People are fucking loving Knights of the Seven Kingdom. Only 2 more episodes left. Last, I believe, like 2 more? Yeah, 2 more. Yeah, this week and next. You only have 2 more episodes left of Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. And even they thought, hey, even though this show's doing really well for us and we're getting a lot of hype and a lot of people are talking about this week over week over week, we need to put this show out earlier instead of on the same night as the Super Bowl, because we know where the eyes are going to be. We know people are going to be watching the Super Bowl. A lot of other content does the exact same thing. They either come out the night before or they wait a week because it's better. It's smarter. They know where the eyes are going to be at. So the sole fact that all your other broadcasters, all your other people that put out content, all your other streamers know this fact. They know this to be true. The fact that somebody came in and got that many views on the same night, you know the NFL shitting themselves. You know they're sitting there thinking, we just lost out on a lot of money. We lost out on a lot of money. And their reasoning for even getting Bad Bunny doesn't make sense. Like, I had this pulled up. Their reasoning for getting Bad Bunny was to attract a global audience, because he's a global phenomenon. He's streaming so much on international Spotify. He streams so much. He's a multi-Grammy winning person. We want to get that international audience. The thing is, though, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to use Bad Bunny for that purpose. It's a slap in the face of everybody else, because I'll play this. I'll probably get copyrighted, but I'll play this. This moment here, it offends me. It offends me to high heaven, because listen to him.
God bless America. Sea Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, Perú, Ecuador, Brasil, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Panamá, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, México, Cuba, República Dominicana, Jamaica, Haití, las Antillas, United States, Canadá, and my motherland, mi patria, Puerto Rico.
Fuck you. Because he says, God bless America, and he does this bullshit thing that you've been seeing a lot of people doing right now, which is, America is a continent. The Americas. We're on a continent. You're a continent, so we're going to start naming off all the countries within the Americas. Even though there's South and North America. No. America is the United States. It's shorthand for United States of America. People go to America. They don't go to the Americas. They go to America. You don't see people trying to break into Mexico or South America. You don't see people trying to break into those other countries. Hell, you said, God bless America, and one of the countries you named off was fucking Cuba. Cuban people try to fucking flee that country every fucking year to Florida. You didn't say Canada. Fuck Canada. And then when it comes to Puerto Rico, okay, guess what? You're Puerto Rican. You're from Puerto Rico. You're an American citizen. Puerto Rico is a territory of America. USA. You are our citizen. You are a territory of ours. I don't give a shit what you think. You are a part of our country. We can have this whole long conversation about the Jones Act and how we should probably either amend it or repeal it, whatever. Because that's what really sets Puerto Rico back is the Jones Act. Which is this entire act that basically makes it so that boats can't do like... They have to do specific trips. They can't just do like, oh, we're going to go here, 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 here. No, they have to do like this trip to here, this trip to here. It basically makes a whole lot of money. Makes it a whole lot of costly endeavors to go to different islands and stuff. So with the Jones Act, they basically make it impossible for anybody to actually go to Puerto Rico unless they have a lot of money, which does affect Puerto Rico. We could talk about repealing the Jones Act, changing it, amending it, doing something different with it. We can talk about that all day and night. That would benefit your country. That would put you on a lot less requirement for, well, EBT and our tax dollars. You could start generating your own revenue. But you're still an American citizen. You're part of our country. I don't care how many people want to come out here and go like, no, we're Puerto Ricans. You're still Americans. You are a part of our country. You are our territory. You are our responsibility. You can go to Florida and vote. Simple as that. You don't even have to fight to get over here. You could just hop on a plane, go. No passports or anything needed. You can just plop, I'm here. And it's why it really does offend me to see him act this way. Like, we're all the same. No, you're not. And then you have this whole like you can't see it right here, but you have the whole like the only thing stronger than more powerful than hate is love. Okay, say that to an ICE agent. Say that to the people that constantly say fuck ICE. Say that to the people that you purposely choose to offend, because I have this clip here. He chooses to offend people. He chooses to make them uncomfortable. Bad Bunny clarifies the reason behind it, whatever, on launching a full Spanish language. It is in I don't know.
They wanted me to speak English? No. I'm standing here speaking the language my mother taught me, the language that flows through the streets of Puerto Rico. If that makes anyone uncomfortable, good.
So you like us being uncomfortable. Whatever happened to assimilation? Whatever happened to be proud of, like, America? You're coming over here. You got the benefits of being American. You got all the joys and glory of being American. But you want to spit on us for our language, for our way of life, for our country, for what we do. Fuck off. You don't see Pitbull acting like this. You don't see Shakira acting like this. You don't see anybody acting like this. You're seeing him act like this. And it's this thing where it's like, I want to have pride in my language. I want to have this discussion and all this because fuck you, English. No. No, you benefit from us.
Means this conversation is necessary. Look at the map. From San Juan to Miami, from Los Angeles to New York, Latino bloodlines have long been woven into every corner of this country.
Yes. Sadly enough, well, actually good enough, not sadly. This country's national dialect is English. Trump even signed an executive order. I know Piers Morgan wants to say that that's not the case, but he did. It's English. Get over it.
The Super Bowl spotlight is finally shining on.
Actually, here, even when it comes to this idea that, oh, there's Latin blood and Spanish blood all throughout here. Yeah, so then why did the people that came from Italy that didn't know a lick of English try to learn English? Why did the people that come from Japan, China, and any of these Asian continents that didn't know a lick of English learn English to assimilate? Why did that happen to the Europeans? The people that didn't know a lick of English came over here to assimilate. They learned English. The Greeks, the Italians, Spanish, the Portuguese, all of them. Everybody that starts coming here from all these other countries, they leave. They try to learn the new language. They try to learn and assimilate into the country. Why is it, though, that now we have this idea that we can't assimilate, that you can't learn the language, that you can't try? I work with a man. Great dude, by the way. Shout out to him. Came here when he was 10. No, it's 5 or 10. One of the two. When he was an illegal immigrant, technically. Came over here. Was illegal. Learned the language still. Became a citizen later in life, but became a citizen. Even though he speaks Spanish, his first language is Spanish, he tries every day to speak English and learn English, even though that's his second language, because he understands that we don't speak Spanish. We don't. So he tries, and he puts in the work and the effort to do the right thing, to assimilate into the country. A country that gave him a lot of benefits. A country that helped him. A country that's arguably better than where he came from. He might still love Mexico and love his heritage, but he still understands that America's fucking great and is one of the greatest countries out there. And he's an American goddamn citizen. Why do we have to have this idea that you can't assimilate? Assimilation doesn't mean the destruction of your way of life, doesn't mean the destruction of your heritage, doesn't mean the destruction of anything. It just means trying to be a nice person and understand that other people aren't the same way. That this country that you're now rallying against is one of the only reasons you actually have a country right now. It's one of the only reasons you don't speak German or are forced to speak German. One of the greatest countries on earth accepted you in, protects you, gives you a lot of tax dollars, and your way of thanking them is to spit on them and say, well, your language isn't good enough. We need to speak my language. Fuck you.
The audience it has always belonged to. This isn't an invasion, it's a homecoming. I don't
No, it's an invasion. This is America, the United States of America. We were founded on Western values, English-speaking Western values. We have a known dialect, English, not Spanish. Our country's language is English, national language. Quit acting like it's a homecoming when no, it's not. In fact, it is an invasion because the dialect that you speak isn't even your original dialect. The dialect of Puerto Rico isn't even the original. Spanish is not your guys' original dialect. You guys were colonized as well. Spanish comes from Spain.
represent those who try to draw borders. I represent the people who live between them, who create between them, and who keep culture alive. If all you hear is controversy, then you've missed the rhythm of the entire song.
What? Oh, the rhythm of the entire song. The rhythm of the entire song. Where do we have this rhythm of the entire song? Because I saw the clip. I had it. Do I have it bookmarked? Give me a second, because I saw the rhythm of the entire song. Trust me, I saw the rhythm. Who wants to see the rhythm of the song if I can find it? Let me see. Did I quote tweet it prior? Did I retweet it? No. Okay, let me check my bookmark. Did I put it in here? Hope I did. Who wants to see the rhythm if I have it? Of course I don't have it. Okay. Spanish is from Spain. Perhaps someone should buy Bad Bunny a map and show him. Somebody should probably show him what country actually controls Puerto Rico, but Bad Bunny song analysis. Where's the song analysis? Song highlight. Shit. There was clips going around, and I thought I retweeted one. I go home. Can I find it again? I find it again. Because there was song highlights that were going viral. I'm having a hard time finding the highlights. Let's see. Can I find them? God damn it. The one time I don't retweet something and I regret it. The one fucking time I don't retweet something and it bites me in the ass because I want to have those song highlights right now. Oh, God. S and A. How about that? Bad Bunny A. Try this. Bad Bunny. Super Bowl highlight. See if this helps. There was a song. God damn it! One fuck. I hate myself right now. I hate myself. Because it was actually funny. It was actually fucking funny. Wait, do I have it in another tab? How about that? No, 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 no. Right here. Got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Actually, here. Grab that other one. Going back to what he was saying. Wherever I put that. Here's his music highlights, guys. Here's his music highlights. I'm not even joking. This is highlights from his song. 31 seconds. We can watch this whole song in 31 seconds.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Just for a while.
Ay, 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 okay. Ay, 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 ay.
That's his song. 31 seconds of ay, 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 ay. Good to know. Good to know that that's your music. Because quite frankly, I couldn't make out a single fucking thing. It was a lot of ay, 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 ay. And mind you, why the fuck? If they want this international market, if they want this international crew, why don't you do something? And here's an idea, NFL. Idea for next year. If you want this international market so badly, get a couple K-pop bands. Probably can't do it now, but what we should have done is get some K-pop bands. The boy and girl groups. And the reason why I'm saying that, have them perform K-pop Demon Hunter songs at the Super Bowl. K-pop is massive across the world. K-pop Demon Hunters, predominantly in English while they mix in Korean. That entire music, all those songs, still massive to this day. Still popping. Still charting. Golden won a fucking Grammy. Golden's being played every time the Olympics fucking showed up on the goddamn commercials for the Super Bowl. The Golden song was playing. Why don't you use that? Families would love it. People would be able to understand it. It would be respectful to everybody around because they are very positive songs. And you know what? You would have gotten that international market. Because right now, the only people you actually manage to achieve in America is about 50 to 59 million people. America is a country that has over 342 million people. 20% of our populace. That's who you appealed to. 20%. When football was supposed to be for everybody. When football was supposed to be for America and the American citizenry. It was supposed to be for us. It was supposed to be for the flyover states, as the fucking coastal elites like to call us. It was their game, their thing. They loved it. It was supposed to be a celebration of them, celebration of America, celebration of what we do. And instead, he spat in their face for a guy that doesn't even like him, for a guy that chooses to not like him. But hey, this is still his Instagram account. It wasn't gonna be that big of a deal. Why'd he wipe his Instagram? And for the first time ever, fucking ever, I agree with XQC. Actually, prior to us listening to XQC,
are their number
why
one
is it not?
customer base.
Here, we'll get back to that. Why don't we see what some NFL players had to say about Bad Bunny and what they thought about him? Seahawks and Patriots players asked who Bad Bunny is.
What's your favorite Bad Bunny song?
I already got one. Sorry about that.
I don't know who that is.
I never heard of Bad Bunny. I don't know who that is. I heard
performing at halftime.
But yeah, I don't know who it is. I don't know no Bad Bunny song.
Do you think they made a mistake?
I believe so. I ain't never heard of bro till now.
I don't have one.
I don't listen to him.
I don't know any song. Oh, what the heck's it called? I blanked out the name.
That dude doesn't know a song. He's just trying to act like he knows what a song is. He doesn't know any of the songs.
I don't think I have one.
I don't know Bad Bunny song. That's a tough one. I don't have one. I don't really listen to that, but I can't lie. I really do not know any. I haven't listened to any songs.
I don't know any to keep it G.
I just tuned into Bad Bunny this morning because is it DTMF? DTM too.
Like your second favorite.
I don't think I like.
Yeah, here's a song. Here's a song you're telling me to say. I don't know any other ones.
Titini Pregunto, Seda, and Moscow Mule.
What is it, Monaco?
We're barely getting a lot of them. We are only 44 seconds in, and we're finally starting to get some people to at least say, "Hey, here's some song names."
The one with Cardi B. I can't remember the name. I don't really listen to Bad Bunny. It's the one that goes, boy. Yeah. That's all I know though. That's because Juicy be singing it. I know the words or like the name of it.
Yeah, just say this, La Camiseta.
La Camiseta. Yeah.
They're literally giving them names of songs.
Yeah, there we go. That's
La Camiseta?
La Camiseta.
Okay, that means t-shirt in Spanish.
Of course. By the way, I'm showing this to you because there was reports that were like, the NFL, the players love this. The players want this. The players, they're supportive of Bad Bunny. They don't know who the fuck he is. They only know him because of other people. Nobody knows who Bad Bunny is. And it's a fucking industry plan. It's goddamn plain to see. Apparently, this isn't even the first time he's been at the Super Bowl, but nobody actually ever pays attention. Nobody knows who he is. He's irrelevant. Yeah, cool. It's a rags to riches story. I guess his mother was a teacher and his father was a truck driver. Cool story. Cool story. Who the fuck is he? Who the fuck is he? And I have this clip from XQC, and it's one of the few times I actually agree with XQC. Because he was asked about the show and what his opinions were on Bad Bunny.
People still pay like $1,000 to go to the game, but people pay $1,000 for the game. I mean, it's kind of disrespectful, right? To make the experience all for somebody else compared to the people that actually go there and are their number one customer base. I don't think it's fair. I think it's kind of lame. I mean, really, dude. And even though those who don't, I don't even know if they listen to the Bad Bunny songs. I think it's just kind of a miss, just because the people won't really jump around and sing the songs.
There weren't anybody jumping around. There's tons of clips coming out of the Super Bowl of people like in the stands reacting to Bad Bunny. They might be swaying. You might see a person bobbing their head here or there. Nobody was actually doing what it is that they're saying that they were doing. Nobody's dancing. Nobody's doing anything.
And for the people that are paying the ticket to go to the Super Bowl, they might argue, yeah, but it's a big televised event.
Who the fuck is Bad Bunny?
What about those who paid for the tickets, though? They go there to have a football experience.
XQCL.
Right? To sing some songs along and shit like that. And they can do that. I don't think I agree with that. I think it's just bad.
For fuck's sakes, I remember they had Neil fucking Diamond playing just like a recording of Neil Diamond, and it's like, yeah, why don't we just have Neil Diamond? Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. We all know those songs. We all know that shit. Bring stuff out like that you know people are gonna recognize. Oh my god, but he's an international superstar. Bullshit! That means jack shit to us. If you brought out K-pop stars, at least there would have been more of a hype. Legitimately, there would have been. And then they come out here and start singing Golden or Your Idol or any of those songs from K-pop Demon Hunters. Soda Pop, any of that stuff, people have been like, hey, I know that song because my kids watched that movie. My kids watched that on Netflix. I know that song. They would have heard Golden and go like, oh, that's the Olympic song right now. And they would have been like, man, those songs are actually pretty damn good. Here's the other thing. Again, to this notion of wanting this international audience. You want an international audience? What? That's not the person I wanted. I want here. You want an international star. You want somebody that would definitely draw a crowd. Bring in Lisa. 38 years, pop star. Bring her in. Guess what? You'd probably get the same reaction as Bad Bunny, but you want to know what? At least more people would recognize her music. You want to know why you would have recognized her fucking music? She's popular because of all the different anime songs she has sung. She has sung so many different anime intros. Her music is so popular. Everybody knows her music. You just don't know where she's from. Demon Slayer, Sword Art Online, Solo Leveling. There's so many different songs that she has sang that everybody's gonna, she'll go out there and you'll start hearing the beat and you're like, I know that song. Because at least her shows are popular around the fucking world. Everybody knows them. Oh, but we want to go Bad Bunny. Why? Literally, why? Lisa comes out and starts singing Crossing Fields. You're gonna be like, what? Wait. I know this song. I know, it's Sword Art Online. She'll end up doing, I think it's, is it Gurrigan? Is it Gurrigan? Let me double check. I think it's Gurrigan. Yeah, she would start out with Gurrigan. She would start Gurrigan. And you would all go like, oh fuck, I know this one. That's Demon Slayer. All of her songs, people have been like, yeah, we know this. You know what else? You know what else? With Lisa, you'd be like, yeah, I like that beat. Da 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 da. You might not be able to sing the songs, but you'd be like, yeah, I know this beat. It's catchy. It actually feels good to listen to. You don't have to know those words of the songs to actually enjoy it. You could do the same thing with Bump a Chicken, another popular Japanese band, but no. We're going to do Bad Bunny. Ignore all these other people that make phenomenal songs, phenomenal music. Bad Bunny. What's a Bad Bunny song? Don't know. Okay, let's why all I hear is Is that what it sounds like when Jay-Z's taking him from behind? What am I supposed to do with this? I have Lisa's songs pulled up right here. Gurrigan, Kimura, Crossing Fields. Crossing Fields is the intro for Sword Art Online. You have O Signs, Akiboshi, Rising Hope, Adams. She also did the what was her recent? What's the name of the most recent one? The one for shit. She did Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, The Illusion. I forgot about that. Like, you could have any of these songs come out here. You'll start listening to it and go like, oh shit, I know that song. Shit, I recognize this. You would have Freaking loved it. And again, she did the recent intro for Solo Leveling. Here, I'll show you a Bump of Chicken. I can't play their music because I'll get copyrighted. Bump of Chicken, okay? You know what? All of Bump of Chicken's music, it's more... I'm trying to think of the word. It's melody-based. You know, it's more, you hear a lot more instrumentals, and it's softer. You know, it's not going to be like some screamo or anything. It's softer. It's kind of like more rhythmic and stuff, and they're really good band. So you get Bump of Chicken out there, and you'll start hearing their songs, and you're like, man, I like this music. It's pretty calm. It's pretty chill. Probably not a good pick for the Super Bowl, to be honest with you, but at least they come out here, and you'll be like, oh, now these are fun songs. These are fun times. This is a joy right here. You can have like the anime playing in the background or any other animated music videos playing in the background, and you'd be like, I like this. This is fun. But no, we went with some gay Puerto Rican. Some gay ass Puerto Rican. And I don't want to be a dick, okay? I will say this. I don't want to be a total dick. Because I was seeing, you know, some VTubers that I like that are from Puerto Rico after the thing were like, yeah, Puerto Rico, yeah, Puerto Rico, yeah, Puerto Rico. I get that you guys might have been able to understand it, but the people that this show is meant to, like that the sport is meant to be for, didn't get it at all. When I was at the bar, the moment the halftime show came on, people went either into the other room to watch the TPUSA event, or they kept drinking and talking. They didn't even pay attention because they didn't know what the fuck was happening. There was some people that wanted to give it a try. And they said, fuck off. You know, the guy I was talking about, okay? The Hispanic guy that I work with is actually my boss. Great dude. He watched the Super Bowl. And he told me today, this morning, hey, I watched the Super Bowl. That Bad Bunny guy came on. I didn't understand a single thing he said. I went over to TPUSA. Even the guy who speaks the same language was like, fuck this, I'm out. Oh shit, that's actually kind of funny. Sorry, they're off topic, but this is kind of funny. WWE Beyblade Burst Quad Drive. Let's go! This is funny. Sorry, I had to. I had to do it. Damn it, I want a Jorb. I want a Jorb. Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. Like, I know other, like, popular Puerto Rican streamers. They didn't say shit about what happened last night as well. But I also saw, let me see, am I... Holy shit! Okay, I got breaking news. I got breaking news. I need to pull this up. I need to pull this up. I need to pull this up. I got breaking news. I got breaking news. Because I was like, man, this tweet is actually... Why did this tweet die down? What the fuck's going on? I have to show you guys something. I have to show you guys something. I have to show you guys something. Okay. Let's see. Can I find the tweet? Can I... Right here. Right here. Okay. Okay. We're gonna do a little bit of dunking. We're gonna do a little bit of dunking. We're gonna do a little bit of dunking. Because, fuck you. We're gonna have a little bit of fun with this. So Miss Lala last night, the VTuber that ended up pissing off Rev Says or not pissing off Rev Says Desu, but got pissed off by Rev Says Desu. After the performance from Bad Bunny last night, tweets this out. The only thing more powerful than hate is love. That. Yeah, more powerful than hate. Well, I quote tweeted her. Be the change you want to see then. With the fuck ice. And I'm proud to report, guys. I'm proud to report. Because this was a good one. Oh, that post is unavailable, but I just showed you the post. The post is unavailable. You guys want to know why? You guys want to know why? You guys want to see the dunk? You want to see the epic own? I got blocked. I got blocked for putting out a fact. Don't be virtue signaling this shit if you don't want the clap back. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna do a thing. I'm doing a thing, chat. I'm gonna do a thing, chat. I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna do a thing. I'm doing a thing. I'm doing a thing. I'm doing a thing. God damn it, let me. Here we go. Hey, at Miss Lala. I thought the only thing stronger than hate is love. And we're gonna go pictures. We're doing this, chat. I'm in a feisty mood. Now let's do post. I posted it. Hey, Miss Lala, I thought the only thing stronger than hate is love. Fuck ice. The only thing more powerful than hate is love. Miss Lala blocked me. She blocked me, guys! I'm blocked! Whatever shall I do? Oh no! I can't believe it! By the way, I saw this last night from her. My maternal grandparents came to New York City in 1940s and raised 3 little girls on the projects of East New York. My dad came to New York City from Puerto Rico when he was 15 with his parents. And even though their journey were different, my parents met and were united in the fact that they had overcome obstacles and preserved with joy a willingness to enjoy life, a willingness to fight. Both of my parents ended up being the first ones in their family to get a college education and then worked in New York City government, creating opportunities for Latin people. My parents grew up in New York City. That said, it was illegal to display a Puerto Rican flag. The American government used Puerto Rican women as test subjects for contraceptives that sterilized about 1/3 of them up until the 1970s. Our island was used as a military testing site that caused long-lasting environmental damage and a rise in cancer for the locals, and so much more. So, for my parents, myself, and so many others, I don't know what that means, Latin people, to see tonight's performance was a collective emotional celebration declaring that we are loud, we are proud, we are fighters, and especially poignant message right now, we fight with dignity, community, and celebration of our incredible diverse, whatever that is. Because despite the world trying to force us to believe we don't deserve it, happiness and hope is resistance. New York City is the greatest city in the world, and nothing is ever gonna change my mind. Just went on this long diatribe of how awful your family's life was, even in New York City. How bad it all was. Is it really that great? Is it really that great? I'm gonna say. Just gonna say. But hey, we know what part of the reasons. Oh, what is this? Holy shit! No. 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 Hey, chat, is this real? Denim's Twitch.
Incest is weird and a little gross, but ethically completely fine if it's in between consenting adults and there's no power creep relations. And the people in those relationships are not having children. I think if you remove those three factors, there's nothing ethically wrong with two consenting adults. Incest is weird and a little gross, but ethically completely fine if it's in between consenting adults and there's no power creep relations. And the people in those relationships are not having children. I think if you remove those three factors, there's nothing ethically wrong with two consenting adults.
This is the woman saying Emiru is a racist chud and attacking Asmongold on the daily. This is the woman that went after Ethan Klein and said that he was a bad person because he's Israeli and wants a two-state solution. This is the woman that did her best to try to destroy so many people's lives. Openly on stream saying that incest is ethically okay between two consenting adults. These are the people that we are fighting. These are the people that we are fighting. These are the people that we are dealing with. This is the woman going after at Asmon, Gold, and so many others. They aren't sending their best. What the fuck? What the fuck? What is this? To be honest, I don't give a lot of attention to people like this. Just block them and move on. Legit crickets, you keep replying to us Puerto Ricans with the same image as we care. You do realize that those posts have nothing to do with what you want to promote. Okay. Chat. I'm just gonna show this one. I like Zorja. Okay, I like her. I'm not sending any disdain towards her. She's one of the Puerto Ricans that were like, yeah, this is awesome. What happened with Bad Bunny? Okay. But I do kind of agree with her because I'm starting to see people like this go around. I've been seeing them too. Eternal lioness or whatever. U.S. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, make America great. Listen. They're Puerto Rican. They can't be sent off anywhere. They're American citizens. Stop with this bullshit. You can't, ICE can't do shit to them. ICE is not going to do anything to them. They're American citizens. They could... What are we on about? Why are people so stupid? Yeah, I don't know how to spell Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is an American shit. It's not an American colony. I literally just said it. Territory. The citizens. It's an American territory. The citizens are American, and ICE can't deport you. And ICE can't deport you. You're a citizen. Welcome to the country. It's just a fact. Like, at least, here's the thing, okay? I could deport you, I'll deport you first. Here's the thing, okay? I'm replying to her because even though she could be spicy and kind of a see you next Tuesday, I like her in that regard. Because she's also not a cunt about it. Okay? Like she's spicy. That's about it. She's a spicy Puerto Rican chick. But she's not a dick about anything else. She just really loves Puerto Rico because she's Puerto Rican. I can at least respect that. Like, she's not out here. I'm scrolling her thing right now. I haven't seen anything about fuck ICE or anything like that. There's nothing here to make me go like, yeah, I despise you or like anything like that. She's who she is. And I can respect that about her. We have our country. She's technically a part of it. So, yeah. Okay. But we need to get into at least two more topics. Okay? We need to get into two more topics that aren't the Super Bowl and aren't, Emiru. So let me get these pulled up because, well, technically one of them's still a part of the Super Bowl. Technically, this next subject is a part of the Super Bowl, but not so much a part of the Super Bowl because we had a trailer drop, guys, for Star Wars Mandalorian and Grogu. That's why this epic Star Wars adventure that we are all looking so forward to because it's going to be brilliant and amazing. They put out a trailer last night or 2 nights ago, depending on when you're watching this. They put out a new trailer. And I know we're all so excited to see this amazing trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu. It must be epic and amazing. They want us to go see it. It must be fantastic.
Sometimes we choose our path. Other times the path chooses us. Through it all, we keep pushing forward, driven by a deeper purpose, guided by an unseen force. The journey never gets any easier. The bond just gets harder to break.
So where's the beer? I feel, I don't know how I feel about Grogu being in a beer commercial, because obviously this is a beer commercial, guys, right? This is obviously like Star Wars doing a little bit. You're gonna end up seeing like Budweiser. This is a branding combination. It is obviously a beer commercial, right?
This is the way.
Okay.
Only in theaters and IMAX May 22nd.
Wait, that's it? Where's the beer? That's the
Just
trailer?
gets harder.
This is your trailer. This is your trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu. And I'm making the whole little joke about where's the beer because you want to know what? You want to know what? You want to know what felt more inspirational? Was the fucking Budweiser commercial for the Super Bowl. This felt better than what we had just there. This had more of a story and an impact and an adventure. A Budweiser commercial. A Budweiser commercial. There's your Clydesdale with an eagle. I can't play the rest because I forgot there was a song, but it's a literal Budweiser commercial with its Clydesdale, its horse growing up, and at the end you end up having the entire bald eagle in this wonderful moment, beer. That's what they were trying to recognize here. It's a freaking Budweiser commercial. It's what you've seen all the time. Your little tauntauns here, okay, your little tauntauns and being pulled by everybody. It's supposed to be reminiscent of Budweiser with the freaking Clydesdales running down to give you your beer. That's what it's supposed to be. The Budweiser commercial that I can't play because I forgot that has a copyrighted song in it. That has more emotion in it than what you see here. That has more depth and impact than what you see here. This is supposed to be for a movie. This is supposed to be for a movie coming out. This is supposed to be something completely different. I legitimately, when I saw this the first time, I was like, oh wait, did I forget where's the Bud Light logo? Like, where's the Budweiser logo? Like, is there supposed to be a beer logo here? Nope. Just
The way.
Just this. This is the, by the way, guys, this would be the perfect time to go like, yes, we're teaming up with Budweiser. We're teaming up with so-and-so and have like beer right here and maybe have a Clydesdale somewhere. Just be like, hey, see, it's a little jokey joke. No, this is your trailer. You understand this was 4D chess smart because football fans will think beer and link Disney Star Wars. No, I just want a beer. That's all I want. All I want is a beer. That's it. But hey, they had to come out here and make a statement. The Mandalorian Grogu trailer, Baby Yoda and Mando cruise through the snow with tauntauns on Hoth. Yeah, this came out because it's so bad. Their trailer is so atrocious to the even senses of they're just human beings that nobody understands what the heck they were actually supposed to be seeing, that they had to come out here and explain the trailer. Grogu is more than a character. He's a pop culture phenomenon riding alongside the heroic Mandalorian. He's bringing lightness, humor, joy, and instant emotional connection that transcends the moment. I want a beer after watching that. I want a Ying. I don't drink Budweiser anymore, but I mean, I want a beer. I want a full Yingling. I want something like that to ingest after watching that thing. I was drinking Yingling while I was watching it the first time and literally thought that this was just a goofy trailer. I don't know what I'm supposed to be getting hyped for. All I see is goof. Said Disney's executive VP of creative marketing, Jackson George. Well, you need to get a new one because he's awful. The big game spot celebrates how deeply we love and connect with these characters, reminds us of the fun, heart, and spectacular spectacle that defines Star Wars, and offers a bite-sized promise of the experience audiences will get when they see these two beloved icons on the big screen. I don't get any of that. I don't get any of that from this. I don't see what I'm supposed to be seeing. Fun, joy, humor. It looks like a goofy little commercial. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking forward to. The movie? Well, what about the movie? What is the movie going to be about? Are we going to Hoth? Are we going to be on Hoth in the fucking movie? Are we going to be running around Hoth on fucking tauntauns in this goddamn carriage? Is that what we're going to be doing? Who's the enemy? What are we supposed to be fighting? What are we supposed to be achieving? What is the general point of this? This is your fucking movie, for crying out loud. You're supposed to be enticing people to go to the fucking theaters in, what is it? Like 3 months? May 22nd. March. Okay, we're in February. You know what? I'll give you February. February, March, April, May. You got 4 months. 4 months until this movie comes out. 4 fucking months. And that's our trailer. That's the content we're getting right now. Look forward to it. Here's a beer commercial without beer. Are you serious? That is the biggest joke I've ever fucking seen. You haven't had a fucking movie in theaters for how long? How long? When was 2019? Was it 2019 or was it 2020? When fucking, I think it was 2019. 2019 was the last time you had a fucking movie in theaters? And this is supposed to be your new one. How many years has that been? Well, let's do the basic math, because I'm Count Dracula apparently, or whatever this fucking name was from goddamn Sesame Street. 1 year. 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026, 7 years. It's been 7 goddamn years since you had a Star Wars movie in the fucking theaters. And your way to entice people back is a beer commercial. With no beer. And I say it again. The Budweiser commercial had more heart and impact than what Star Wars put out. And I don't even drink Budweiser anymore. I drink Yingling. You gotta be a fucking fool to even think that this is gonna be a phenomenal success now. I take back anything I ever said about how I think this movie was gonna do okay. I think this movie's gonna bomb exponentially, so I don't even know if it crosses over the $300,000 mark at this point in time. I was thinking maybe it would be in the range of like 500,000, maybe 600,000. I don't even think it gets anywhere near there. If this is what you're putting out with your movie 4 months away, does it even tell us that? Okay, it says May 22nd in IMAX theaters. Yeah, I don't even see it. $450 million ceiling, says Adam. Nah, I think it's less. I think they'll be lucky to hit $300 million at this point in time. I think they'll be fucking lucky, because if this is your trailer, if this is the big thing to entice people to go see your movie, if this is your Super Bowl spot where you should be putting your best foot forward, you can kiss my ass. I'll go somewhere else. This is a joke. This is a joke. Disney is cooked. Star Wars is cooked. And, well, you might be losing fucking Kathleen Kennedy, but it's pretty fucking obvious they don't know what the hell they're doing. It's laughably bad. It was at the beginning of the fucking game, too. Like, this would have been... I think this was around the second or third batch of trailers that came out. All of a sudden, I remember seeing this trailer. All of a sudden, it just appears. Tauntaun. I didn't know it was Tauntauns. I see random creatures. And it's like, oh, this is going to be a little goofy version of like Budweiser. They're doing a sci-fi version of Budweiser. And then you see it and it's like, what is this? But you don't understand, Disney Star Wars makes $1 billion in a year in merchandise and baby. No, fuck off. Fuck off. You put a beer commercial out for the Super Bowl and you didn't have beer in it and you didn't really have any real intention to give us something better. This is a monumental joke. The Super Mario Bros. Movie trailer looked more enticing. Hell, you want to know what else I'll say looked enticing? You want to know what else I'll say looked enticing? That small little snippet. Super Bowl. Stop. That. Super. Will you fucking work? Super Bowl Minions ad. No, I want to get the Super Bowl spot. That's the one I want. I want the Super Bowl spot. It'll probably get me hit. I want this. This is a better trailer.
Illuminations, Minions, and Monsters. Watch the trailer now.
This was the trailer they gave you for Minions and Monsters at the Super Bowl. Go watch it over on YouTube. Go watch it over there. That was the trailer we got. This is a better trailer than what we got over at from fucking Star Wars. At least with this trailer, it's like, well, yeah, it's a Minion. It's a little goofy. People got a chuckle out of it. Might be a bad idea to be like, yeah, just go over to YouTube to watch it. Might be a dumb idea, put it up there, show us the trailer. But at the same time, at least that had more character. Minions has no baggage, only goodwill. Exactly. They already know that it's going to be a success. It's a fun little goofy trailer. Well, it's a fun little goofy trailer for the trailer, or teaser for the trailer. They know people are going to go see it. It's going to be like, hey, look, Minions. I had old men, old like 60, 70-year-old guys at the fucking bar I was at last night. They were like, Minion. They understand this. They saw the Star Wars thing, go like, what the fuck is this? And they also thought it was a beer commercial. It's laughable how bad this is. Just straight up laughable. I don't get it. I don't get it. What is it? I don't even know who this dude is, yet he follows me. Okay, I am starting to get to the point where I'm thinking that the fucking that I don't know. I want to be the guy that predicts it to not even cross $100 million. Well, cross $100 million. It will. It's a fucking movie, for crying out loud. But at the same time, I'm sitting here like, what the fuck is it? What is this? Do you really think you have this good of will? Do you really think you have the capability to just put out a little dumb teaser and go like, hey, look, jokes? You're a dead brand, a dead franchise. This is a fucking joke. James Gunn has more goodwill than fucking Star Wars right now. And James Gunn is fucking pissing all over the place. And that's not a credit to James Gunn. That's just that shows you it's like shit. You know, it's the comment of what's worse, this shit or that shit. Only James Gunn in the DC universe right now, that is like a alcohol diarrhea. Okay? Like diarrhea when you're hungover. That's the kind of shit James Gunn's giving you right now. Star Wars, that's the little nitro diarrhea. That's the diarrhea you get after you eat the little nitro gummy about yay big. Like, yay big. You eat it, immediately you go to the bathroom 15 minutes later and you're on the toilet for a solid 20 minutes. Just shitting pure lava from your asshole. I'd rather have the alcoholic drunken diarrhea that I'm sitting there questioning, am I about to throw up as well? I'd rather have that diarrhea than this diarrhea. To be fair, I'd rather have no diarrhea, but if I have to pick a diarrhea, I'll take that diarrhea. Because I at least know that diarrhea will eventually end. The other one, I'm sitting there wondering, am I going to die? Am I going to die a burning, fiery death? No more poop metaphors. No, we get more poop metaphors. Do you want poop metaphors or vomit metaphors? It's either one. Because quite frankly, Adam, almost everything we get from fucking Hollywood is shit anyway, so it questions, what type of shit do you want? I would prefer the shit that's like, oh yeah, this is nice, solid shit. You know, it feels good, passes through your body. Instead, I get little nitros. The fact that people are actually watching me. Shitler stays on brand. Exactly! Staying on brand, and you're not going to change me. I will keep talking about poo. Congressman Thomas Massey, what are we after? It's the men who Jeffrey Epstein I don't care. I'm so done with this shit. Thomas Massey's pissing me the fuck off. I have another thing. I have something though. You know what? We were talking about shit. We got some more shit. We got some more stuff to talk about. We got one more thing, but it's been a little while. A little over a week since the last time I actually had like a video on Starfleet. Mainly because, like, how many times can I sit here and tell you that it's a monumental flop of a disaster and it has completely killed off an entire franchise? Like, I thought Star Trek was dead prior to this. Holy crap, I never thought you could get deader than this. This is at least deader than Doctor Who, deader than most other things. It's a bastardization of the senses, really. It's an assault on your senses and your way of life. You don't even know what the heck you're watching half the time. I've seen now like 2 episodes of this shit, and I don't even know what the hell's happening. All I know is freaking glitter vomit, schizophrenic goddamn hologram, and nonsense. That's all I know. And for some reason, Holly Hunter has stuff on her feet. That's what I know. That's what the people know. That's what the populace understands about the show, is it's nothing. It's void of all creativity, void of any storytelling. It is a nonsense show. And I'm showing this to you because I want to show you the Rotten Tomato scores and how it's never budged. And I want to remind you guys, when you ever go to Samba TV, yeah, it never once tracks. It's never been on here since maybe the first freaking week, and it's not touched it since. If that, I can't even remember at this point in time, but it's a nightmare of a time right now. You got Night of the Seven Kingdoms up here. Hey, look, you got The Pit. You got Fallout Season 2. The RIP Landman Season 2 is on here, and Landman's been done now for a good chunk of time. Hey, but we could come over here to Paramount's Top 10, and I wanted to show you this first. This is Google AI's version of what the top 10 streaming shows are right now on fucking Paramount Plus. This is their AI overview and what they think the top 10 shows are on Paramount Plus right now. And they have Dexter Resurrection, Landman, The Running Man, Mobland. Hey, there's a Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Wait, that's not even the Star Trek that's airing right now. And Google's AI doesn't even put fucking Starfleet on here. They're putting Strange New Worlds on this shit. And I know this isn't an actual science here, but even they're putting Strange New Worlds on here. That's not even streaming right now. You can go watch it, but that's not even what's coming out. It's Starfleet that's coming out, and even Google doesn't want to trend this shit. But hey, you go over to Paramount's top 10. Look, take a look. South Park, Tulsa King, Yellowstone, Landman, SpongeBob, NCIS, Sabrina, Mayor of Kingstown, Criminal Minds, School Spirits. Nowhere is Starfleet on all these things. And I'm bringing this all up because I want to just tell you how little this show's tracking, how little it matters, how it is an abomination and assault on all things that it is, the sensory organs. Your eyes will feel like they're on fire while watching it. You'll sit there and start wondering, can I put something else on while engaging in this slop? It is quintessentially not even a show. There is no story. I don't know who I'm supposed to be rooting for. I don't know what I'm supposed to be learning other than schizophrenic holograms. And if you feed a fish man bananas, they vomit glitter. And there's nothing to tie you to Star Trek. There's names. There's names. That's all you ever have to tie you to Star Trek. You have a reference of Riker. Hey, there's a reference of Cisco. Hey, this is a Vulcan. That's about it. There's no actual connective tissue. There's nothing from the prior things. Hell, I doubt there's barely anything connecting it to even STD, for crying out loud. But you want to know why I'm doing this? I'm doing this because I found an article. I found an article that I truly think sums up everything that there is to know about Starfleet. And it's right here from space.com. That's right, space.com for all of your space news. But they have an interview here, and I know this interview actually came out at the end of January, so a little over a week ago now. This article came out on January 29th. And I started reading a little bit, and I think it purposely encapsulates. Purposely, or it perfectly encapsulates what is wrong with not just Starfleet, not just Star Trek, but everything right now. What is wrong with every major IP that we love and cherish? This perfectly encapsulates this. This trio of Star Trek Starfleet Academy cadets weren't Trekkies before the show, but they are now. Interview. It's like when you watch The Lord of the Rings, it feels like it's drawing from such a deep well of history. We have 3 other lead stars. One, their actual lead star, their actual main dude, Caleb, I believe his name. I want to call him Caleb. You have another gay guy here, and then your schizophrenic AI hologram chick. All 3 of them knew nothing really of Star Trek prior to this. In fact, when it came to Caleb, Caleb's whole thing was that he began watching Star Trek and being aware of Star Trek after the 2009 movies. So at least you got that going for you. At least you got that, even though that's J.J. Abrams' Star Trek. And I enjoy it because it's more like Star Wars, but that's what J.J. Abrams was going for, was Star Wars, not Star Trek. And that's the only reason I like it, is because of that. I'm not a Trekkie. I've never been a Trekkie. I'm never going to accuse myself of being a Trekkie or act like a Trekkie. But what I think is more important is this one right here from Brooke. Now, or Brooks, or whatever her name is. The AI chick, the hologram AI chick, the schizophrenic one, okay? She comes out here and she says this, okay? Brooks' brush with Star Trek came with an even more personal reaction. Rooted in her upbringing, I didn't really have a personal one because of rebellious reasons from my family. So already you're telling me that your family loves Star Trek. Probably your father enjoyed Star Trek a lot. Probably did try to get you to watch it, and you said no. You said, nope, I don't want to watch it. Well, why didn't you want to watch it? I didn't know if I would see myself in it. I think it was really important for me to see myself in something, and I saw it in a lot of cartoons. Well, thank you for proving to the fact that you don't even know the bare minimum of Star Trek. I know I just said Star Wars, but follow me here. You don't know the bare minimum of Star Trek. You have no real connection to it. You never even tried to have a connection to it. And that your character truly is just a cartoon. You're just trying to be a goofy, dumb person all the time, schizophrenic loser, going out there and defiling everything that there is to have when it comes to Star Trek. The lore, the basis of its foundations, everything about it. You're just defiling it for the sake of defiling it, because you couldn't see yourself in it before. Mind you, I get that there's not a whole lot of fat people in Star Trek. But if we want to do this whole see myself, I know what you mean. It's black and woman. Tons of black females were always in Star Trek. Uhura was one of the most famous individuals in Star Trek. You couldn't see yourself in her? You couldn't recognize yourself in her? I know it's this whole ideology kind of thing, this whole DEI nonsense where I have to see myself in this show. Uhura. One of the first black characters in shows like this. One of the first interracial kiss. History was made. I know this, and I'm not even a Trekkie. You couldn't see yourself in her? You probably saw yourself more eating her, but that's besides the point. But she would go on. When I started watching it, when I was cast, I saw that everyone could exist in this world, and that makes me feel safe enough to let down whatever wall I had up and fall into it. It's like when you're skydiving and falling backwards, unable to see what's in front of you. One, don't do that. That's dangerous and a bad idea, and bad things can end up happening. I don't know necessarily what's to come, but I'm in for the ride right now. You know nothing. You never even tried to know anything. You're doing this whole little, well, I started looking into it after I was cast and I saw myself in it. Then you didn't care enough. You never cared enough. And this is a perfect encapsulation of everything wrong with our modern day Hollywood, modern day IPs, whether it's Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, so on and so forth. Please let it not happen to Stargate. None of these people here ever cared. They didn't even care enough to go look into it. Her reasoning? Well, I couldn't see myself and I was rebellious, even though Uhura exists. Because I know your ideology. I fundamentally understand it. It's this racist bullcrap where you have to see yourself. You have to be able to see a black woman in Starfleet. Well, there was. No, you didn't want to bother with it because you didn't care for it. You didn't like it. You wanted nothing to do with it. It was a nonsense show to you. You never respected it. You never enjoyed it. It wasn't something that you wanted to even participate in. And you didn't even look into it until after you were cast. Not even prior to you being cast. So even the casting people screwed the hell up because you didn't even probably act as if you were in Star Trek. No, you didn't even look into it until after you got the role. And still, you're trying to be this whole thing like, oh, look at all this knowledge, all this stuff. It's so fun now. I'm here for the ride. Chances are you still don't know anything about it. Not one little bit. You probably know a name. You probably know names. Probably couldn't reference anything. When it came to everything with Cisco in the last episode, you probably only know Cisco. He's black. And he liked baseball. That's probably all you know. Oh, DS9. DS9. The name of the show. You never cared. You never wanted to care. And now that you're cast in the show, the thing is, you're not even acting like you're a part of Starfleet. You're not acting like you're a part of this whole legacy that comes with it. You're wanting to make your own mark. You're wanting to do your own thing. And it can tell. And this knowledge that you saw yourself in a lot of cartoons, you saw yourself more in cartoons, it shows when you watch it. When you watch Starfleet, it shows that you cared more about cartoons. Because you act like a fool. You act like an idiot. And you seriously should get the hell out of the space. Because you're not good. Nobody in this show's good. This show's an atrocity of epic proportions. It's a sin upon your senses. This should be voided from all sorts of screening services. Any aspect of any sort of decent human beings would take one look at this and go like, this needs to be burned in the pits of fire. Because what you see here in this show, and again, I'm only 2 episodes I've watched, there's nothing. It's void of any sort of connective tissue. It's void of any sort of storytelling. It's and then, and then, and then, and then. And it's a fundamental flaw in all storytelling throughout Hollywood right now. You might get a Taylor Sheridan telling some fantastic stories. But they're becoming more and more rare to even get a job. This whole thing here is an atrocity, and Starfleet perfectly shows you what's wrong with Hollywood, what's wrong with these studios, and what's wrong with the people caretaking our IPs right now. It's a devastating nightmare, and nobody should be trying to champion this shit. By the way, shout out to Doomverse. How are you, buddy? Doomiverse? Doomiverse. I think I got it. I was just ranting on Star Trek right there. Because I saw that article and I thought to myself, God damn. God damn. Everything makes sense now. None of the people that wanted this before actually cared. She couldn't see herself in Star Trek. Uhura exists. I know your whole thing is about identity politics and racism and blah, 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 blah. Uhura exists. Famous person. You're telling me you couldn't recognize yourself in Uhura? Is it because she's not fat? Is that why? Oh, it's fat people within Star Trek. Oh, I'm doing good, Doomverse. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty damn good. I don't know what I was saying. Shit. ADHD. What the fuck? I'm going to be bookmarking this for Friday. I will be bookmarking this for Friday. I will be bookmarking this for Friday because I think it is incumbent upon me to torture Adam with that. I think that is a smart thing to do, to torture Adam with what I just saw there. It's barbecue from Brooklyn, Adam. Just be wary. Just be aware of that. Anyways, I'm pretty much tapped out of topics right now. Talked Super Bowl numbers, talked all that, talked Emiru. I have one last topic to do. Or that we can do. Let me see, do I have the other one? Can I find the other one? Give me a second, guys. I got one more. I'm not going to make a video out of this one. I'm bringing it up to bring it up if I can find the first part. Fuck you, says Adam. Oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it, and trust me. You'll love it so much. Where's the first part of this? Might not be able to find it. Because I'm just scrolling right now throughout all this, and I don't think I bookmarked the first part. I had it, and I lost it. Let's see. Can I locate it, or will I be... I don't think I will. But, okay, so... couple weeks ago... Oh, right here it is. So, a couple weeks ago... I think it was like 2 weeks ago... Hassan had basically a weekend off. Banned from Twitch for a little while. And when he did that... Here, I'll give him some credit. I think it's stupid to give him credit for this, but when he did that, he went over to YouTube and had a super successful stream. He actually did. I'm not even going to lie. He had a super successful stream that night. Hassanabi. Like, he can't even come over here. I think he only has one live. I know this was streamed 2 days ago. He streamed a couple times. See, you can come over here. He has streamed a couple times on YouTube since. Streamed 7 days ago. Epstein Files streamed 6 days ago, 4 days ago, 3 days ago, 2 days ago. Okay, he's had a couple good streams on Twitch. Well, he came out with this over the weekend. Okay, because the last one would have been 2 days ago. That would have been February 8th or February 7th. But he came out with this over the weekend. Hassan is no longer dual streaming to YouTube. Cites lower reach and DMCA. It's been somewhat of a failure. What do you mean?
I genuinely think dual streaming was a mistake.
What? Yeah, it is actually playing.
Good audience gets you boosted less on both sides. I agree. Yes, Chatter, you are not wrong.
Back to Twitch.
It's been
Hassan is going back to single platform streaming today. Just thought I'd inform y'all. Yeah.
somewhat of a failure. To be fair though, this is a IRL stream, and it's Saturday, so that's like also the other reason why the numbers are dog shit. Like, let's be real. I mean, our Zoran stream wasn't like that. The Zoran stream was like 20K as well when we did it. People only. This is one of the issues with like being there, being the person that's there before they become, you know, a nationally prominent campaign.
I don't know what any of that has to do with what we're seeing right now, but
anytime you leave the house and the audio levels are like even a little bit tweaked, people lose their minds and don't want to watch. If I'm not doing full-blown news coverage, people lose their minds and don't want to watch. If I'm doing IRL, some people don't like that. Some people don't like when I have guests on, even at home. So if I cared exclusively about viewership and not about, like, you know, making stuff like this happen, I would just sit at home and I would do desktop streams and I would do just regular news coverage all day, every day.
Yeah, sure. That's what it is. Has nothing to do with anything else, but he continued on today, Hassan, on why he's not dual streaming. Well, let's see. Why is he not dual streaming to YouTube?
I don't want to separate the audiences, because on Twitch, if you have 15K and on YouTube you have 10K, that doesn't mean you have 25K total viewership, okay? Because it splits the audiences.
No, you would have 25K total viewership. We could probably round it down a little bit because there might be people watching on both platforms, but that's very limited. Most people would actually have like 25K watching on both platforms. That is good. It doesn't split your audience that much. In fact, it allows your audience to go to the platform they would prefer to go to, because YouTube has better video, Twitch has better chat.
On Twitch, if you have 30K, you have 30K. You have a higher likelihood of reaching the top of the directory. You have the higher likelihood of reaching the top of the directory. If I just cared about money, I would continue restreaming on YouTube. YouTube generates a tremendous amount of revenue. A tremendous amount of revenue.
I always love how they end up saying YouTube generates a tremendous amount of revenue. A tremendous amount of revenue. Twitch streamers say that. And then when you look at the reverse, people say that Twitch used to generate the more revenue. No. Let's see if he continues going on, but I can easily tell you why he's not over on YouTube.
Okay. As far as reach goes, this is still my primary platform.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm going to continue doing it is because this is my fucking primary platform until I get banned. At which point, now I know I have a plan. I can go back to YouTube and become a full-time YouTube live streamer. Instead of saying,
why don't you just do it both now? That way you could have one here, one here. Oh, there's a reason.
You view count Andy'd yourself, or this is a view count Andy situation. Understand that the view count in this circumstance is quite literally market dominance of ideology. Okay? Market dominance for an idea. A lot of you don't understand how this stuff works. You just assume, oh, he just cares about the viewership. He just cares about the bigger number. Okay? You're being fucking stupid, because it doesn't just mean the bigger number. What means for a higher viewer.
So what you're saying is you want higher viewership on one thing so that your voice goes out there further. But wouldn't it make more sense to have higher viewership on more than one platform? If you want this ideological permutation thing that you're talking about, wouldn't you do both? Think about it. You want to have your ideas proliferate and have people talking about it more and more. Twitch and YouTube. Twitch, YouTube, Kick. There's a lot of areas you could end up going. I wonder.
Viewership is a higher likelihood of bringing in fucking normies, not just creating a tiny little community of gate kept esoteric ideology,
esoteric,
that is the most moral and the most perfect, but instead bringing in a steady stream of different people with different opinions that are just going, oh, this is the top of the directory, let me click on it.
Again, putting yourself on more platforms allows for that as well. Allows your ideas to proliferate and allows more people to listen into you. You are hamstringing yourself being on one massive platform. More platform equal more reach.
People who aren't fucking socialists who are still clicking on just chatting broadcasts. Okay? People who are not socialists but are on the fucking platform that are like, let me click to see what's going on in the world. Let me see.
They're not going to be clicking on you, buddy. They're going to be clicking on somebody else if they're a normal individual. They will go to a preferred streamer, somebody who is not you. And if you're going to be doing it by numbers, Asmongold has you beat.
What's happening in the universe. Let me see. Oh, let me go and watch fucking Asmongold. Okay? You don't have to agree with me on this. Once again, that's why I'm sitting in the driver's seat and you're in the back seat. Okay?
You're a moron. Even when you're on YouTube and even when you're on Twitch alone, your viewership is about 35K, maybe 40K. Asmongold ranges between 60 to 50K. They'll click Asmongold all the time. If your whole argument is based on who's the bigger one on Twitch, Asmongold wins. So your plan should be to proliferate your ideas on two platforms as similar as he is doing. And even he's thinking about adding YouTube into the mix, which is a smart idea. Legitimately, for anybody that is thinking about streaming right now, adding in YouTube is a serious smart idea along with dual casting. Dual casting onto any other platform. Like I dual cast onto Twitch and Kick right now. Rumble as well, but nobody really watches over on Rumble. But I dual cast on all of those, and X is mainly just advertisement. I do that because I want to get as much as my reach out there. It doesn't split my audience. And the thing is, certain people over on Twitch will want to watch you on Twitch. People that want to watch you on YouTube will want to watch you on YouTube. And the better part is, when you're on YouTube, there's this thing called background play on your phone. Yeah. If you pay for YouTube Premium, you get background play, and it affects streams as well. People can listen to you while they're working. They can listen to you while you're at work. There's an actual benefit to be streaming on YouTube. The ability for your viewer to not have to have their thing on all the time or sitting down. They can listen to you while doing something else. That is a monumental step in making your ideas grow bigger. Don't worry, we'll get me banned on Twitch this year. I hope. But here's the other thing. Here's the real reason he won't survive on Twitch, on YouTube, and why he doesn't want to stream on YouTube. Because even though he like take a look, 250K. I can't really see this one. Let me zoom out a little bit because of the here we go. 250K for his IRL stream that he said nobody's going to be tuning into. That's 250,000 right there. That's big. 223, 191, 300K. Hey, that's a good one. 40K, 1.1 million. Oh, that's 40K 7 years ago. 40K 7 years ago. 1.1 million on his first big stream after getting banned. Yeah, that's a big one. And then 420K, 300K, 191. Yeah. The real reason you don't want to do it, the real reason, it's pretty easy. DMCA. You see, over on Twitch, you actually have this capability to do some stuff that you can't do on YouTube. If you saw my Emiru video, and what you'll probably be seeing here in a little while when I put up my second Emiru video, I'm going to have to deafen out some of the audio. I just am. Because on Twitch, you can listen to things like Daft Punk. On Twitch, you can listen to people like fucking Cardi B or any of these prominent streamers. You can listen to their music on stream. YouTube, you can't. YouTube, you must have copyright-free music, and if you want to play it in your background, you have to have other types of music mixed in there. You could do all the non-DMCA, all the DMCA stuff, all the stuff, like all the popular songs. You can do all those on Kick and Twitch all day and night perfectly fine. And all those streamers are used to it. They're so diehard on it that they do it over and over and over again. Simultaneously, certain content you can't just play all the way through over on YouTube. Mind you, what's a lot of Hassan's content? Oh yeah, watching other people's shit. Watching a whole thing of like Stephen Colbert. Watching a whole thing of fucking the guy that's on Max or HBO, that dude, or any of those people. He just watches their whole thing while he eats. That's not okay on YouTube. That's DMCA-able, and you'll get copyrighted into oblivion. You can't do that on YouTube. It's not possible. Secondly, yeah, he might have said the Z word over on Twitch and got a weekend off. On YouTube, the restrictions for the words you can and cannot say are a whole lot harder, and they have a much different system than what Twitch gives him. He said the Z word and had the weekend off. I say the N word over here, I lose my channel. Hassan can push the boundaries as much as he wants and get a day or a weekend off. On YouTube, you don't have that benefit. On YouTube, you are more strict. The rules are more strict. They're more stringent, and you must follow them. And if you don't, you're fucked. Us normal mortals get channel strikes for that kind of shit. Exactly, Adam. He's not a, but he gets that benefit over on Twitch, not on YouTube. YouTube will treat him all the same as any of the other content creators. And if he steps out of line, strike. 3 strikes, you're out. He knows it's not worth it. His style of content does not work on YouTube, no matter how hard he tries to make it out to be. He cannot stream on YouTube no matter what. He can only do it on Twitch or Kick, Rumble, but nobody's going to go over to Rumble. Those are what you got. You have a strike right now for another 30 days. God, I'm just lucky I have never got on a strike, but Hassan will be incapable of not getting a strike. It's not possible for him to not get a strike. That's why he's not streaming on any of these other platforms. That's why he's not going to be actually engaging in any of these things. It's not beneficial for him, and it's a detriment to him at the end of the day. He would get yeeted so fast the moment he tells Senator to game end themselves. The moment he tells somebody to go out there and do harmful acts. He would lose it all if he just did YouTube. He should do YouTube, don't get me wrong. He should do YouTube. Because it makes more sense. But he's not going to because he knows he'll lose it all. It's not even worth it. That's why he won't do it. Because this whole prolification of ideas, yeah, it's not that. Not that in the slightest. It's because he won't get special treatment. That's why. But okay. I am officially out of topics right now. I could just double check. Bernie Sanders said something. Don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. What is this? Asmongold goes off on denims. Oh, I love angry Asmongold. I love angry Asmongold. You could argue this is White Knight Asmongold. You could argue that, but at the same time, Asmongold, like, he doesn't love Emiru. Emiru is genuinely one of his friends, and he hates seeing what's happening to Emiru right now. Because Emiru is not Asmongold. Emiru is basically just a normal individual that just does goofy little girl stuff. That's it. Streams, cosplays, plays games. That's it. Okay, that's Emiru right there. Asmongold likes Emiru as a friend. They're very close. And he hates seeing what's going on right now. But Asmongold popped off and is going to war with Denims, and I love it. All for his friend Emiru. I love it.
Literally all she said.
No, she said you can't do that, which is
And you see, Denims remembers exactly what Emmy said about the about that lawsuit. She remembers the exact words that she used. It's because she's been mad about this for months, and she's been waiting on something that she can use to dogpile on someone who said the obvious truth, so they can so they can suppress and try to demonize anybody who holds them accountable. That's the reason. She's been sitting on this for fucking months. Right.
He is genuinely so mad.
Right.
He is.
I mean, you are mad, but you're mad for a righteous reason because she's going after your friend. That's why you're mad.
Genuinely so mad right now.
I
Because
didn't.
again,
This is the first time I'm
normally,
hearing about this.
At this point, he would have made a bunch of jokes.
Yes.
He would have smeared my character. He would have smeared it by saying like, well, who even cares what this person, everybody knows.
Well, nobody cares what you think. That's the reason why you're talking about people who people do care what they think.
Oh, I love that. Because no, here's the thing with Denims. The only thing people care about are right there. Those two things right there. That's all that people care about. And now your incest claim.
You're a worthless nobody, and you'll always be a worthless nobody. That's why you have to sell porn of yourself to pay for your lawsuit, because you're too stupid to understand fair use. You're worthless. You'll always be worthless. It doesn't matter how many hate tweets that you make about somebody else. I don't need to say that about you because that's just what you are. And nothing you can say or do or, say, oh, that's not true or whatever. Your behavior tells the truth. And that's what you really are.
And we should be nice to each other. And just because somebody doesn't want to speak on something, they shouldn't have to speak on it.
That's true. Yep, that's right. Absolutely. Sit there and talk shit, get mad all you want. I'm going to keep doing it over and over. 3 minutes to repeat he's mad all the time. Yep, absolutely. Where's her dignity? Oh, I don't know. I heard she's selling it for $5.
Oh, God. I love this. I love this. There's just a pettiness in it. And I love it. I love just the pettiness of it all. When the Asmongold goes off on somebody, he does not give a shit and he'll rip you apart. I love it.
But anyway, yeah, hopefully you get some more people doing that, right? You got to pay for that lawsuit. That money's going to have to go to the IDF for Ethan. So there you go, guys. You want to go support Ethan? You can go buy Denim's OnlyFans.
Don't do that. It's not worth it. I've already looked into it. It is literally nothing. But if you want to support Ethan, just give money to Ethan. I mean, yeah, he'll get that OnlyFans money, and again, it's not even good. Like, you could look that shit up on YouTube. That's the level of. It's softcore. It's softcore, sexy cosplay shit. That's all it is. You can legitimately show it on YouTube. There's no even lingerie. Nothing inappropriate in it at all. It is her in her pajamas, sprawling around in a sexy way. Her in pajama bottoms, not like tights or anything like that, or just like classic, no different than my pajama bottoms I have on right now. Not even shorts. Poking her butt out. You don't even see a thong. It's just poking her butt out. Yeah, that's my sexy cosplay right there. That's what it is. That's what you're paying for her on her OnlyFans. It's shit like that. Like, me taking off my shirt is more provocative than Denim's OnlyFans. That's how softcore it is. I don't want to know about your jammy bottoms. They're legitimately they're just. Don't know if you can see them. They're normal. They're just soft and comfy, like they're pajama bottoms. I heard my door. Don't do it. Not today, Satan. Anyways, let's start wrapping this shit up. But yeah, let's see what do we have going on this week? What do we have? Streams normally. Yeah, just the normal stream. I want to put this one. I don't want to put this one on. I'll probably get copyrighted, but I like this one. I think this one is pure art. But yeah, we'll have normal streams. I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Is your door gonna fall? Adam, funny you say that. I don't know how many people once saw my stream from Saturday, Adam. Or if you saw my Emiru video that I put out either it was today or late last night. It was one of the two. I put out an Emiru video. There's a jump cut in it because when I was recording my Emiru thing live on stream, my door fell on me. So I cut that out of the video. Just flat out. I'm like going animated on a roll, and the next, it's so weird in the video too, because you can tell it's like, yeah. And then the next thing you know, yeah, so anyways. Because in that moment, when I was like loud and all this, it just legitimately fell on me. And I saw it out of my eye. I was animated. It's like, I can't move fast enough to stop it. So that happens. Anyways, guys, I think what did I normally say? Wrapping it up. Okay, we're wrapping it up. I'll be back tomorrow night about 8 o'clock or so. We'll talk about whatever topic I have. Maybe we'll finally go back to playing some Persona. It really just depends on what's there to do. I have some other reviews and stuff I want to do with Sky Bros, but I might start doing that just once a week. That way we can go through them at a decent amount, not try to just bombard. Oh yeah, I'm just going to steal all Sky Bros content to do my own thing. I might do one like once a week, something like that. That way we can like ease them out there, just kind of see how we think, how we go about it. You started... It does give a lot of freedom when... Sorry, somebody was reading a comment. We'll be doing this. And yeah, whatever. I was reading a comment, my brain fried. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a lovely night. Have a lovely day wherever it is in the world that you guys might be at. And I'll see you all on the next one. Fuck off, Adam.